If you're in real estate or mortgage, you want to work with somebody who you know understands what you're saying. My name is Russ, and I'm the CEO of Sound Bookkeepers. I want to tell you a little bit about our experience working with real estate and mortgage professionals. I had a mortgage brokerage back in 2002 all the way until 2011, so right through the crash of '08. That was a very tough time for anybody who was in the mortgage business back then. One of the things that I can tell you about the way that we interact with people who have real estate at the heart of their company is by using this knowledge to make sure that all the records are being kept. And those records are things like mortgage amortization, depreciation, correctly managing the basis on the different properties, working with property managers, title companies, homeowners associations, the courts. There's all kinds of different pieces that come in when you're dealing with real estate and mortgage. Now, in the mortgage business, we know that we're dealing with underwriters when it comes time to submit loans, but from the perspective of a borrower, they don't understand that piece of it. So what we do is we help the borrower get their financial information in an order such that we know that the underwriter is going to be happy with it. Of course, it doesn't always mean that that person's going to get a loan because they have to qualify, but it does mean that we know the underwriters are going to be looking for certain source documents to back up what was being told to them, and those numbers kind of have to jive, across from the bank statements to the total deposits on your financials. There has to be a match there. Sometimes things that could affect your net profit but don't really affect your cash flow can end up on your financial statement, like depreciation. And you wouldn't necessarily want to send over a set of financials that shows you're making less than you do, but you have to know how to look for those things. So as borrowers, we're really good at working with them, helping them to get their numbers in order, especially people who are self-employed, who have really messy books or maybe no records at all. And then on the real estate side of things, we've worked with real estate developers, people who do fix and flips, people who buy and hold and rent out and manage properties and do repairs. A lot of these people have investors that they work with who kind of pool their money together to buy properties. They work with different kinds of software. Appfolio is a really big one that our real estate developers use. We also work with construction workers quite a bit. I have several construction clients, so we know a lot about that piece of the construction process. With banking, you have construction draws, obviously, where you have to submit information to them to show them what was spent on a project so far and what portion of the project was completed. When we're dealing with construction, there's also the aspect of what we call tax paid at source. So a lot of times you end up buying materials that you pay tax on, and that tax sometimes can be recouped when you file your state tax returns, depending on how that occurred. We work with investors in real estate who are doing development where we're managing the billing on the project itself, sending out invoices to collect money from tenants, receiving bills from vendors, and cutting checks to pay all of those. We deal with lien releases on properties sometimes. We're also dealing with verifying people's insurance is in place. And all of these things are super important, as you know, in real estate. The thing that makes us different, I think, than any other bookkeeper with real estate experience is that we're not a bookkeeper, we're a bookkeeping firm. And the difference between a firm and a bookkeeper means that we have a whole staff of bookkeepers, and sometimes a particular person's working on your books and they no longer can for a number of reasons. We're able to just plug another person in there who can start helping you. We provide them the training that they need. We help them get going, doing it correctly, and you don't have to be involved in that. If you're working with just an individual bookkeeper and they leave, guess what? You're going to have to train a new person all over again. You're going to have to provide access to all of the things all over again. And that happens a lot. Bookkeepers leave, they get sick, they move away, they get married, and everything changes. And the other thing that happens sometimes is bookkeepers, if they're one person who's working with a lot of clients, they get full and then they start cherry picking where they get rid of any of the clients that they don't want so they can just keep the ones they do, and then they're full and that's it. They don't take any more clients. We don't have that problem. We're taking on all the clients. We don't ever really say no to people for that reason. And we have a whole staff of bookkeepers that are all here based in Washington in our office. So I encourage you to schedule an appointment with us if you want to hear more. We do offer a free bookkeeping plan. It's written, it outlines what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, what you're going to do, how often, and then also, of course, how much it costs. So if you want to schedule that, you can do that through our website, book a free consultation. That can be done either in person, over the phone, or in Zoom. And when it comes to communication, we are equally as easy. Text, phone, email, skywriting, whatever works best for you. Please give us a chance. We would love to earn your business. I'm Russ. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I wish you good health. Take care.